It's ironic I just made a video talking about bad movie tropes, and I decided to avoid the terrible girl boss one because it's overplayed like Conway Twitty on Family Guy. And then Britain said, don't worry, we have a movie showing why it's probably the worst trope of the past decade. Somehow, Rey Mary Palpatine Sue returns in cleaner as Joey. She's an ex-army soldier who quit because a man was promoted instead of her. I wish I made that up, but that's why she's here, and it's explained in a later scene. So Joey cleans windows for Agnian Energy, a corrupt energy provider. She also takes care of her autistic brother Michael. Well, I say takes care of, really she's pawned him off to 9 different care homes because she cares for her brother about as much as Gavin Newscomb does his constituents. Joey brings Michael with her to Agnian Energy because Michael somehow hacked the care home's financial records and found they were stealing money from him. How? It's never explained. Anyway, the two reach the building and Joey pawns off her brother again for someone to watch after him. No idea why. She's a window cleaner. She has as much pull in this company as I did in the dating pool. But he does because plot. Anyway, so she rides up in an elevator, and then the CEOs, both of whom are brothers, ride up as well at a later floor. And then one of them makes a racial comment about a pregnant Hispanic cleaning lady saying, and I quote, Jesus Christ, breeding. He then questions why she's still here, and at this point, I burst out laughing when Joey says, if you paid her proper maternity leave, maybe she wouldn't be. This is 10 minutes into the movie, and we're already being lectured. So the CEO leaves, all disgruntled on this doorknob comment, and of course Joey speaks fluent Spanish. Good lord, this movie virtue signals so hard it's like the bat signal was powered by pure plutonium. So she goes upstairs and is ordered to clean the windows, during which time a group of sociopathic and murderous terrorists, environmental activists sneak into the building and take everyone in the gala hostage. How do they do this? Well, somehow, this group of psychopathic retards smuggled these giant gas canisters inside of giant battery props, which released fumes, knocking everyone out. How did they get past security? No clue. Why didn't the lingering vapors knock everyone out after they removed their respirators, including the terrorists? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's 3 questions, and 4 more than there were brain cells behind the writing of this movie. So let's chill out on those questions, guys. So at this point, it is revealed Marcus Blake, played by Clive Owens, is the leader of the nutjobs. Hold on, why are you here? Clive, blink twice if your wife is being held at gunpoint in Santa Ana. Anyway, their brilliant plan is to demand key attendees of the gala and the CEOs admit to all the waste dumping and murders of whistleblowers they've hidden from the press. Then, after one of the CEOs is killed in a rage, the other one runs off. But after catching up with him, which is conveniently the same window that Joey is currently hanging out of, the extremist Noah argues with Owens and then kills him. Yes, as tried and true as LeBron is a bitch, Clive Owens is in this movie for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Then Noah's devotees gun down the rest of the other terrorists for not being extreme enough and rig everyone with explosives which are linked to a wristband tracking Noah's pulse. If his pulse isn't tracked for 5 seconds, the bombs go off. At this point, Joey gets the city's attention with a flaming SOS using paint and a lighter that she didn't have. This is where the fucking superintendent is introduced. After a lot of wasted time, eventually Joey and the superintendent get into communication because Joey used Marcus's phone, and they come up with a plan to get Joey inside to help take down Noah. A sniper fires at the window, and I kid you not, there is a 5 or 10 minute scene where Joey cannot smash out the double plate glass with a crescent wrench because she's not strong enough. And the entire time, hand to God, Joey complains about not getting promoted to command in the army because a man was given the role, like I said before, and the superintendent blames her past 3 husbands for her failed marriages. This is real. That is a scene that happens. Then, because she's too weak to destroy the window with the crescent wrench she's hammering it with, her brother with his bare hands, it smashes the window and pulls her in. And it is only now, after about an hour 10, does this Die Hard clone finally start dieharding with 20 minutes left. Oh, and if you were wondering, yes, this summary is not inaccurate. From about 15 to 20 minutes in, until this point, Daisy Ridley has been hanging outside of the fucking building for almost an hour. So, anyway, Joey gets into several bad fights with 5 different lackeys, killing all of them because not one of them shoots her when they have their guns drawn on her. Then later, she defeats Noah in a fight, steals the wristband that tracks his pulse so the bombs don't explode, and kicks him out of a window because it's on her wrist now. Then the bombs are defused, the confessions are later leaked anyway about the company, and everyone lives happily ever after. I mentioned before about the bad tropes video I made, and honestly, Cleaner is nothing but those. Step right up, step right up. Do you love bad movie tropes? Then we've got what you're looking for. You want an indestructible girl boss? We've got it. You want minions with the hero dead to rights, but they don't pull the trigger despite explicit orders to get rid of her? We've got 4. Do you want women blaming men for the failures in their lives instead of taking full responsibility for their choices? We have that too. In fact, we've got so many bad tropes, if you find one, you'll get 4 more for free. The autistic brother isn't affected by the gas that knocks everyone out instantly because he's a named character. Characters listening to entire conversations through material they shouldn't be able to. Everyone knows where everyone is in this 40-story building without communication or prior information. It's like Cleaner was written by AI, a committee, or worse, both. It's paint by numbers and way too clean for anyone to have put any heart into this project. And holy shit, is the action terrible. The one thing you'd think they would get right? First off, I have no idea why anybody could possibly still believe that Daisy Ridley is good in any action at this point. I think I'd rather watch Michael J. Fox fill in for Jackie Chan. She still misses her cues like the fucking Last Jedi fight scene all over again. To be fair, it isn't entirely on her shoulders because everyone pulls their punches and misses by such wide margins, it's like watching Little League T-ball players try to bat in the MLB. Not that these people have to miss, the henchmen have her dead to rights on so many occasions with guns trained on her, I was practically begging for someone to kill the bitch. See this? Seconds before this shot, Joey killed one of the lackeys without hesitation. She has a gun in her hand, and even though Noah wants her dead by this point, the obvious blonde stand-in for the one from Die Hard doesn't shoot her. Instead, Joey spins around, shoots the pipe releasing steam, and gets into a fistfight with her. Not a minute later, the blonde again has Joey in front of her with a gun and doesn't kill her. Instead, Michael drops a grenade over here, which blows this bitch out of the window 30 feet away. Fucking how? Boy, oh boy, I can't wait until this movie's target audience finally gets out to go watch it in theaters, because the woke tards are the majority, right? Oh wait, that's right, they aren't, and they haven't ever been, because weeks after this movie's release, this $25 million movie has barely broken $1 million. I don't even think writing this off on taxes would mitigate the loss enough to break even. I don't know how much you can get away with in Britain this way, but even if we super lowball the marketing and distribution costs to $5 million, the total is still a $30 million movie. Even with $15 to $25 million in write-offs, you're looking at $3 to $4 million in losses. No wonder Daisy Ridley is desperate for another Star Wars movie. Her career evaporated after The Rise of Skywalker. So yeah, Cleaner is a horrendous woke piece of shit, and probably the single worst Die Hard clone I've seen in the last 5 to 10 years. The action has no weight. The heroine is unstoppable because there wouldn't be a movie. The only character worth remarking are all the elevated women who complain about men. It can't decide whose side it's on when vilifying both companies and eco-terrorists, and it's so laughably terrible it only works as a movie if you stick your fingers in your ears and go la 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 la. Cleaner is to Die Hard what Metroid Other M is to Metroid. Just fuck this movie. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.